This week on the Sequoyah Scribe Newscast, I report on a professional meteorologist's visit to Sevier Middle.
Also in this episode, Alison and Logan investigate a new popular television show at Sevier Middle.
And in our sports segment, Elizabeth and Ian take a look at this year's dance team tryouts. All this and more is coming up in this week's episode of SSN. Good morning, Sevier Middle. My name is Gowri.
And I'm Gabriel. Welcome to this week's episode of the Sequoyah Scribe Newscast.
With the year's end in sight, professional meteorologist Dave Dierks visited Sevier's 6th grade students. I filed this report. Dave Dierks, a weather reporter for WCYB, came to John Sevier Middle School to talk to 6th graders about weather.
I hope they found it interesting. Students sit in the classroom every day, and they are doing a lot of reading, work on computers, and doing their assignments and homework and stuff like that. So hopefully this was a kind of a way to learn a little bit more about my profession as a broadcast meteorologist, and using demonstrations and make it kind of fun and just not making it like school.
Students gained much knowledge from the presentation.
He's a really good meteorologist, and that he's on the news.
Not only that he's on the channel, which I didn't really watch a lot, but he's been wanting to do this since he was really little.
Like what you need to know to be a meteorologist.
The teachers at John Sevier connected meeting Dierks to what students were learning in class.
Well, we were teaching about meteorology and about analyzing weather data and making predictions and how we can associate the data with different weather phenomena.
What we're teaching in class that relates to the presentation that Dave Dierks gave is mainly about air pressure and convection currents, and we've been studying the weather bug, which is amazing that we have in our school because this instrument collects all kinds of data of the weather that's happening actually right here at John Sevier Middle School, and it goes to the weather station, and the meteorologists use that to come up with the reports. So it's really cool that we have this, and we've been studying mainly about the barometer, which is the air pressure, and trying to predict the weather based on if the air pressure is rising or falling.
Dierks did many demonstrations to teach the students more about weather, and students and teachers alike had their own favorite.
Favorite part was the balloon.
When he blew up the balloon.
I would say my favorite part of the presentation was when he did the hot air balloon. I think a lot of the students found that fascinating just to watch it go up once we filled it with warm air and then to watch it sink back down, and we've talked about that a lot in class. He also did an egg demonstration, which we've actually done in lab with the students.
Dierks enjoyed presenting to the 6th graders.
Yeah, I usually have a great time presenting. Sometimes students are more rowdy than other students, but today it was very good. Everybody was very polite, and so, yeah, no problems at all.
Reporting for SSN, this has been Gowri.
In other news, Kingsport City Schools now has an interactive website to find out the school zone for every address in Kingsport. This website can be accessed by clicking a link on the KCS website, Parents, School Zones, Street Directories. If the address is a city location, the site will zoom in to the location and identify the corresponding zoning status. If nothing happens, then the location is not in the Kingsport city limits.
In other news, the Sequoyah Scribe Newscast will hold tryouts for the 2016-2017 school year on Tuesday, April 12th. The tryouts will take place in the broadcast studio at Sevier Middle School from 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock p.m. All interested 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students are encouraged to try out.
Kingsport City Schools has named Dr. Brian Cinnamon Chief Academic Officer for Secondary School. He will be responsible for the leaders of all Kingsport middle schools and high school programs.
In other news, the British television show Doctor Who is becoming more and more popular at Sevier Middle School. Alison and Logan have the story.
Doctor Who is a television show about an alien doctor who travels through time and space with a companion at his side. Students at Sevier Middle know a lot about Doctor Who because the show is getting very popular.
I think it's about a doctor, and he probably just does cool stuff like me.
A doctor and his companion traveling through time and space, doing stuff.
I think it's about adventure with the Doctor and his companions with time travel and trying to stop Daleks and some villains.
I think Doctor Who is about a doctor that time travels.
There is one term that can frequently be heard at Sevier, Whovian.
I think it sounds like some kind of religious thing. I don't know, that sounds pretty serious.
Someone who adores Doctor Who and it's part of their lifestyle.
Is Doctor Who good television?
I like Doctor Who because it can be sometimes funny and action-packed and pretty cool sometimes.
Has a lot of emotion and it's really funny too, and it's just really entertaining to watch.
Many actors have played the main character in Doctor Who over the years. Who are some of Sevier's favorite doctors?
11, because everyone knows bow ties are cool.
My favorite Doctor is the 10th Doctor because he can be funny and comedic and it's actually a pretty cool character.
The 11th Doctor, Matt Smith, because he's really funny and he's really fun. He's just probably one of the silliest of the doctors.
I have no comment for that because I love all the doctors on there.
Sometimes students call Doctor Who fans geeks, but is that accurate?
Someone who loves something, possibly sci-fi, fantasy, something in that area of expertise.
I think a geek makes somebody that knows a lot of popular culture, but not really in a bad way.
Well, technically, yes and no, because if you're just interested in science, then probably not. But if you like shows like that or books or anything really, then yeah, then that person's a geek.
One thing is for sure, Doctor Who has become a very popular show among Sevier students. Reporting for SSN, this has been Alison and Logan.
Spring has recently begun. So far, the weather has been pleasant. How will this week look? Joshua is standing by in the Sevier Weather Center with the answer.
After mostly pleasant spring break weather, what can we expect from the weather this week? Good morning, my name is Joshua. Monday will start the week with mostly cloudy skies and a high near 74 degrees. At night, temperatures will drop down to 52 degrees and there will be a 60% chance of rain. On Tuesday, temperatures will be cooler with a high near 69 degrees. At night, it will be cloudy with occasional rain showers. The low will be around 44 degrees. On Wednesday, it will be cloudy with a high near 67 degrees. Overnight, there will be a 60% chance of rain and a low around 49 degrees. On Thursday, temperatures will stay steady in the mid-60s and there will be a chance of some scattered rain showers. The rain will continue overnight and there will be a low temperature of 43 degrees. Friday will kick off with some showers and a high near 69 degrees. Overnight, there will be partly cloudy skies and a low around 44 degrees. That's it for this week's weather report. Now let's go back to the newscast studio.
Spring sports are in full swing right now. When will Sevier athletes compete next week? Ian is in the Sports Center with the answer.
Spring sports have started their competitions. Good morning, Sevier Middle. My name is Ian. The Sevier Middle track team will compete on Thursday, April 14th. They will take on Robinson Middle, Churchill, and Unicoi County. They will return at Sevier at 10:45 p.m. The varsity boys baseball team will take on Robinson Middle School at Hunter Wright Stadium on Monday starting at 4:30 p.m. They will take on Vance Middle School on Thursday at Hunter Wright Stadium too. These are the last baseball games of the regular season. The Lady Warriors softball team will take on Blountville Middle School on Monday in Blountville starting at 5 p.m. They will also take on Liberty Bell at Sevier on Tuesday and Vance Middle School at the Rotary Park in Bristol on Thursday. Although the spring sports season is still going strong, many sports are preparing for next school year. Elizabeth and I followed this report about the dance team tryouts.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Sevier's dance team recently selected new members for the 2016 to 2017 year. SSN took a peek behind the scenes to find out the requirements for joining.
We asked students to do their right and left split, to do a toe touch and a turn, kicks and a leap, and then learn the dance.
I've taken more dance classes and I've stretched a lot more. Well, my sister Maggie has been training me.
Well, I've been doing all my stretches, and after each day we've been practicing. My mom makes me practice the dance for about an hour when I get home.
I think definitely personality-wise, people always need to have a good attitude, no matter what team or program they're a part of.
I think the character traits that a good dance team member has to have is they have to be a very hard worker. They also have to be in good academic standing. They also have to be a team player, be willing to collaborate with their team members and also their coaches, and just the mindset to practice until it's perfect.
Many times during auditions, trials, and tryouts, humans become nervous or scared. This happened to some of the students.
Yeah, I am a little bit because, like, she said that she wanted more tumblers, and I can't tumble.
Really nervous. This is my first time trying out for the dance team, so I'm really nervous.
Even though I was on the team last year, I still am nervous.
Some students are trying out for the first time while others are returning from last year. The students have a few words for why they tried out or why they are coming back.
Well, I was the manager last year, but I wasn't actually really on the team. It looked really fun, and it looked like all the girls were having fun.
I wanted to come back because first, I love Miss Cox, she's the best, and because it's kind of fun, and we get snack.
I was on the dance team last year, and I love Miss Cox. She gets us snack and stuff, and I love her, and it's really fun.
Yes, I was on the dance team last year, and I wanted to come back because I love dance and I love Miss Cox, and she's really nice.
I think it just looks fun in a way to just get to know people.
I used to dance when I was little, but I just kind of felt like it would be fun.
Well, I really like to dance, and next year my little cousin's going to be going here, and since she wants to join the dance team, I want to be there to help her.
The contestants must take on difficult tasks if they plan to make the team.
Well, I have dance somewhere else, so it kind of interferes with that.
Trying to get my split. Well, since I have really bad stage fright, I think that's going to be my main fear to face.
I have track, so if that will get in the way of it, so I don't really know what I'm going to do about that part, though. Probably the large crowds looking at me and afraid I'll mess up.
I guess it would be kind of hard to go out on the field and do the dances because all the people in the crowd.
Hold. Because I can't do one. Learning my toe touch and missing a lot of the other sports that I do, but I would rather do this.
SSN asked the coach, Amanda Cox, who the choreographer was and what the song was going to be for tryouts.
Our choreographer this year is Olivia Bevins. She's a senior at DB, and she's choreographing our tryout dance. We are using SOS by Rihanna, and that was a choice by our choreographer. She got to pick the song.
Finally, the judges and the contestants wished each other good luck.
Good luck, everybody. It's really fun, and I hope next year, if you didn't try out this year, that you'll try out next year because it's really fun.
Even if you mess up on the dance, just to keep on smiling and just stretch even if you don't feel like stretching.
The greatest way to stand out in a tryout is to have confidence.
Try your best, don't be nervous, and make sure you do your stretches because if you don't, it hurts.
Reporting for SSN, this has been Elizabeth and Ian.
That's it for this week's sports report. Now let's go back to the newscast studio.
Students spend a lot of time watching television during the winter months. Joshua and Andrea hit the halls to find out what Sevier students' favorite television shows are.
Almost everyone has a favorite TV show. SSN hit the halls to find out what Sevier students' favorite TV shows are.
My favorite TV show is Survivor and I like it because I think it's cool to see how long people can last outside by themselves. And
Doctor Who because it incorporates everything I love, including time travel and aliens.
I like the show The Vikings because they like to kill people.
The Walking Dead because zombies and everything.
The X-Files because aliens.
I like Supernatural because Jensen Ackles is hot.
SpongeBob because I'm a kid inside and I don't know how to grow up.
Family Guy because Stewie's ghetto.
My favorite TV show is SpongeBob SquarePants because it's funny and don't judge me, but I also like Grey's Anatomy. It's a pretty good show.
Favorite TV show is SpongeBob, and because it's funny and they're really stupid.
If you would like to be in the next episode of SSN, tweet us at #SSNHitTheHalls and your comment could end up on the air. This has been reporter Andrea with videographer Joshua. Now let's go back to the newscast studio.
That's it for this week's episode of the Sequoyah Scribe Newscast.
When we return, Alison and Logan will shine a spotlight on Sevier Middle School's student teachers.
Ian, Elizabeth, and I will investigate the new Walk of the Warrior event at Sevier Middle.
And in sports, Kaylin and I interview professional NFL player Daniel Kilgore.
I'm Gowri.
And I'm Gabriel. Have a great week, Sevier Middle.